Great mysteries of humanity that have already been solved. There are many mysteries surrounding humanity, and many of them have not yet been resolved, but some myths and legends seem to persist even after scientists unravel their riddles. Meet some who continue to intrigue people. Is the city of Atlantis real? Atlantis is represented as a civilization of an island in the Atlantic Ocean, which existed around 9000 BC and supposedly conquered much of Europe and Africa in prehistoric times. This city was first described in the dialogue of the Greek philosopher Plato, Timaeus, around 360 BC. The story goes that prehistoric Athenians attacked Atlantis in a conflict, ending with the city disappearing under the waves. Although a good theme for stories and movies, scientists don't believe this story is true. When written by Plato, the tale about Atlantis should be just an exercise in thinking about power and corruption. What is the secret of the Bermuda Triangle? The Bermuda Triangle is an area in the Atlantic Ocean region between Bermuda, Puerto Rico and Miami, Florida. This space became famous due to the claims that ships and planes had disappeared without a trace. The mystery was solved in 1975 when librarian and pilot Lawrence David Kuesch discovered that some of the claims about disappearances were exaggerated or false. In most cases, the ship sank because of bad weather or had accidents for explainable reasons. In addition, he found that the number of wrecks or plane crashes was not that uncommon compared to any other area with similar traffic. However, the Gulf Stream current is strong enough to disperse any evidence of fallen ships or aircraft. This made the disappearances even more mysterious. The rocks that move in Death Valley. Racetrack Playa in California's Death Valley is marked by hundreds of trails created by large rocks. Every 10 years or so, these huge rocks of about 318 kilograms seem to move on their own, leaving trails on the surface of the desert. In 2011, researchers at the Scripps Institution of Oceanography at the University of California decided to solve the puzzle. Since the National Park Service did not allow them to place GPS devices on the rocks, they brought 15 similar-sized rocks and monitored them. It took 2 years, but finally got the answer. In winter, the beach sometimes fills with a thin layer of rainwater, which freezes at night and forms ice sheets. The ice is warmed by the sun the next morning, breaking them into small pieces. When one of these plates is under the rocks, the wind and water flow push the rock very slowly, traveling about 224 meters during each winter season. This speed is slow enough that visitors cannot see the movement, but it can leave a trail in the later drying mud, recording the path of the rocks. The Stonehenge building. Stonehenge is formed by a circle of stacked stones, located in a remote area in Wiltshire, England. This structure is dated between 3000 and 2000 BC, which raises questions about how this advanced architecture could have been built with the technology of the time. Many thought that Stonehenge could have been the product of slave labor or even that extraterrestrial help was made to move the stones in place. But Wally Wallington, a Michigan carpenter, debunked these claims when he built a replica of Stonehenge alone in his backyard using only rudimentary technology. If a man could do it alone, a group of builders of the time could have done a quick job of building the monument and its structures. Although there are still mysteries about the cultural significance and use of the Stonehenge monument, it is well known that it is not completely surprising that it was built at that time. So, did you like the video? Like and subscribe to stay tuned for upcoming channel videos. See you soon.